Did you hear how much the Governor General pay raise to? This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka. The Governor General get raise up here, you know. Did you hear how much money him get pan him pay? And these people, like all Sweet Mouth Nigel, want to accept the logics what them give it. The logics. There's a logics, you know. All of them think they have logics, you know, based upon a European way of thinking. So, film pay link to somebody else, pay them, like the politician pay or the judge them pay. I think them same pay link to the judge them pay, and the judge them get a big raise up here. Now, what the hell we must sit inside us now and say, because it's here, according to them constitution and them way of doing things, we must accept that. What the hell the Governor General is doing? Forget such a big raise up here. I don't understand. I mean, I understand it, you know, because I know that them kind of link to the European ways of doing things. But if a man just sit down in there and wait to sign 2 papers, and under the Prime Minister, him said this and that, but the next man, 30-odd million, hey, you know, the Governor General, when I ever deal with the other people, them are right now, but you know them do it, hey, Sweet Mouth Nigel, no easy, you know, Rasta. The man Sweet Mouth the nation, you know, and then at the last moment, them just itchy the governor. Them just itchy the Governor General, and then you have the little castrated opposition when them call themselves opposition. So what them about to know? Them agree with it or them not agree with it? Because one man say them agree, the other one come out now and say them not agree. So what is it? What is the PNP? What them saying? What them really saying? Are they going to accept the money and take it and give charity? Or are they going to accept the money and do some community development with it? Or them going to just flatly don't take it, or just flatly take it and say, oh you mean if this man get that, then me not support deserve it too? What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? It's not that they must get a whole heap of money, you know, but there must be consequences and accountability for these money that them getting. Consequences and accountability is the order of the day. And if you know, all of these politicians, these parliamentarians should have a manifesto. What is them situation? What them going to do for the people them in the next 4 years as parliamentarians? They must write it down and make the people them see what them going to do. And if them don't do it, there must be consequences. You can't just imagine if me so long as I do this program here. And every day you hear the program start, the program supposed to start 2. And every day you hear the program start 2:30 because I say, boy, I never there, I know, I look about my dinner, I look about this or that. Can you imagine? There must be consequences.
Muta.
Is that, yes.
Alright, so you see what you just said, you know? Yeah, man, you hit the nail on the head, you know? It have to work.
Talk on the radio.
Alright, may I say?
Yeah.
That what you said, you know, that makes sense because, all right, you see for the amounts of money what them pay themselves, as you say, yes, if you do the work, you know, then you can say, all right, you see where the money I deal with or where the money I do. But when you're not doing the work, that is where the problem there with the people, you know. Yeah, no level of accountability not there in place. Yes. And then the thing about it now with the ordinary person looking on, when you look upon it, not just looking upon the figures where they might get, but in comparison now to the other workers.
Where we get rid of people.
Then it seems obscene because, all right, taking consideration the example where you use now of the Governor General, where fame thing raised now to 34 million. And that retroactive from April last year. And not only that it retroactive from April last year, but April this year, which is last month gone, it raise again too.
Yes,
and
yes.
April next year, it a go raise again. Now, them set them thing retroactive from last year. But look on it now, on the other hand, the minimum wage just recently, them raised minimum wage from $9,000 to $13,000, which is a 44% increase, give or take. And in doing that, them set that for come active the 1st of June. So while them pay themselves from last year, the little people them who feel them money small, hold on pan for them money till all the way in June for go pay them.
Look, man, is that
and the percentage where you give them is like less than a 50%. When you give yourself 300%,
yes.
So it really seems obscene when you look on the numbers and the figures.
Not only obscene.
Yeah, man.
All right.
When minimum wages right now for the year is less than $700,000. I mean, what am I going to raise it to in a June? It's going to be still less than $700,000. And when you compare that to $34 million for one man, we sit down now do nothing.
Look, man, what is it that the Governor General is doing that is of so much importance than the policeman?
The teachers, them overall, you give them 20%. And you're still a hustle and a haggle with them now because everything's still not sort out. Teachers still up to this point, as where the JTA lady has since week, still not get them salaries. Meaning the amounts were in arrears and all of these things. So it really obscene. And you wonder why the people so passive. Because you would expect people that did more angry than this.
Step on the street.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read something else. I think it's 2 weeks ago I read it from Marcus Garvey. It's my favorite talk from Marcus Garvey. And this is directly hitting the nail on the head. Marcus Garvey said, under the pressure of our civilization, which is manifold demands, the individual is tempted beyond measure to do evil or harm to others, and if responsible to the entire state and people, and if by thus acting he himself profits and those around him, there arises corruption in government as well as other branches of the secular and civil life. All other methods of government having been tried and failed, I suggest a reformation that would place a greater responsibility upon the shoulders of the elect and force them either to be the criminals that some of us believe they are, or the good, true representatives we desire them to be. Government should be absolute, and the head should be thoroughly responsible for himself and the acts of his subordinates. The president, when we elect a president of a nation, he should be endowed with absolute authority to appoint all his lieutenants, from cabinet ministers, governors of states and territories, administrators and judges, to minor offices. He should swear his life as a guarantee, not swear to the Queen. Swear him life as a guarantee to the state and people, and he should be made to pay the price of such a life if he deceives, grafts, bows to special privileges or interests, or in any way undermine the sacred honor and trust imposed upon him by acts of favoritism, injustice, or friendly or self-interest. He should be, which is the president should be the soul of honor, and when he's legally or properly found to the contrary, he should be publicly disgraced and put to death. Marcus Garvey called for death for him as an outcast and an unworthy representative of the righteous will of the people. A president should be by proper provisions made by the state, removed from all obligations and desires of a material nature. He should be voted a salary and an accommodation so large. And this is where the money part come in, Marcus Garvey agree. Him say the prime minister, the president should be voted a salary and so large and sufficient as to make it reasonably impossible for him or those dependent upon him to desire more during his administration. he and his family should be permanently and substantially provided for after the close of his administration. And all this and possibly more should be done for the purpose of removing him from the slightest possible material temptations or want. He, in turn, should devote his entire time to the sovereign needs and desires of the people. He should, for all the period of his administration, remove himself from obligatory, direct, and fraternal contact with any and all special friends. His only friends outside of his immediate family should be the state. He should exact by law from all his responsible and administrative appointees as similar obligations, and he should enforce the law by penalty of death. His administration and judges should be held to strict accountability. That is the word. That is the word. Marcus Garvey done said this years ago. He should be held accountable, and the committing of any act of injustice, unfairness, favoritism should be taken before the public disgrace and put to death. The system would tend to attract to the sacred function of government and judicial administration only men and women of the biggest, the highest, and best character. I'm going to stop it there, but look now. You see, sweet mouth Nigel, your sweet mouth Nigel say, oh, I'm going to attract people to the politics by putting up the money, rather than talk about integrity. Integrity. So we have to know, people have integrity. If you tell them integrity, them now go want on politician. Just like a whole heap of uno in a politics, they know. If you talk about integrity, them now go want on politician. But if you tell them about money, them turn politician. That's serious thing. Sweet mouth Nigel, you're dangerous because you talk over the people them and believe so when I listen. And believe so when I interpret what you say. Money is one thing. Get as much money as you can. But you see, accountability to the people, the parliamentarians, they must be accountable to the people them. And if they're not accountable to the people them, here what Marcus Garvey say. Here what Marcus Garvey say. We're going to come forward and talk about this brethren, sweet mouth Nigel, who attack to the people them, and I will leave what I say. The people them don't understand what I say, and he can't explain it neither because he can't get to the level of the people them to explain it. And we say through it. And we are follow what Marcus Garvey just said, we just read Marcus Garvey and say, them should get enough money so that them won't be corrupt like now. And given where them get more money right now, because them not do have to account, them to account for what it is. Them guys still corrupt. So the accountability is not a law against them. You know, see it? Them don't have to account for nothing. Just like the COVID money. A man called me a while ago say, I wonder if the COVID money I pay the Governor General. Or I wonder if the COVID money where the majority of Jamaican people never take the vaccine. Majority. And a whole heap of the COVID vaccine was given to them. And whole heap of it spoiled because the majority of Jamaican people never take it. But them get millions of dollars to do certain things. And now them I say, all right, never spend. So where the COVID money there? Oh, all of a sudden them have so much money for raise retroactive money. Or all of a sudden them have all of them money there. Where them get all of them money there all of a sudden? And all of a sudden, them have it long time. Them can't fix the road them. When the government talk about them can't run election, local government election because, you know, money, a lie them I tell, lie, outright lie. Because after that, we hear how much things them are going to do and how much things them are going to do. And this PNP government that we have, we're supposed to be opposition. Them just fall in line, Rasta. Just fall in line. All them they talk about now is the state of emergency I call again and it's legal. It's legal. Yeah, then them don't know that or them not know about it. More than that talk say it's illegal. So the man call it again. And the more call it again. And again and again and again. So all them did it and don't know how to make it stop and them a government too. It's a terrible set of people them. Give the man them, give the worker them, all the people them, the public sector, give them the money where them deserve. And uno take the money where uno deserve. And if you want to take off some money more than everybody else, take it. But uno must tell me what uno do and make us see what uno do. And right now, the people them rich. I don't know if the Prime Minister know that. But Mr. PM and Mr. Sweetmouth Nigel, the people them are rich out there. You think them feel good because them here say you give the public sector people them raise and twice, 3 times, 4 times, 400%. You think them feel good? Them no business with them people there because them people are supposed to get raised up here a long time. Where the business them business with Uno, politician, that is where the people them business with. Plus the Governor General. How him coming at the equation? How him coming at the equation? How him coming at the equation? Him not have to pay rent. Him not have to pay taxi. Him not have to pay buy aki. I mean, how him coming at the occasion? The equation. Well, I may tell you say, you know, going round and round and round. You search for your tail. Jackass say the earth no level. And it's true. This is the cutting edge and
the Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
When we look at all the Caribbean Maritime Union thing with the farmer minister education, that's still a go on, you know, and him still a get paid. You can't believe that? Him still there on the pay list, you know. And look how long it take, you know. Remember when Adley Shaw got foreign and spend on phone bill? Some people could have their pride and hear me tell this, a piece of lie, me I tell you, though. $8 million. $8 million. A phone bill come up to 8. Yeah, it's a little bit tight in pay back to, you know. Just like how the Prime Minister stand up in the Parliament and say him a put $100,000 per each of them where they never have no mask and them something. And him tell the minister, Babsy, say, must collect the money. All them think they are joke business, you know. Joke business. Bunting. Minister of National Security get robbed in a hotel. Yeah, it's the Minister of National Security, they go there and tell you about thief out him laptop. Then if he can't protect people laptop, how am I going to protect the people in Jamaica? And then over here say, they might get raised. This is what I know. Harris Chang now, he might get big raise. Big raise. He might golden, I get the same amount of raise. And where them people they come from? Them can't, what is the accountability? What is Mr. Harris Chang doing to get a raise up here, that magnitude of raise up here, when we look at the crime thing in Jamaica? You know, work off for accountability. You know, work off for I judge you by the work where you're doing at the company. You know, and if I say your work not really going out it's supposed to go, I have to go really rethink your position in the company. But him not gonna move. They're gonna make him stay there. You know, see? So it's just them little thing they know where get the people them vex. Get the people them vex. And then we wonder what people is behaving like this for. We are on this thing that really grip the nation right now. You know, there's always something happening in Jamaica that really irritate you to the core. We're talking about the good works that the government is doing. You hear the man say, well done, and come in front of the people them now, come make you feel like say, okay, then you know, see, you know, teachers is getting this amount and the high ranking police them gone, how much percentage. Once again I say, that is not the point. That is not the point. What is the point is that the Minister of National Security must be held accountable for what is not doing. He was there to help with national security, and the thing get worse. For the years when it get worse. especially in a female area. Can you believe that? That is like bunting. Bunting says, oh, God alone can help you, a divine intervention. Bunting's in a hotel, and them going to go thief him laptop, and him are the national security minister. Eh? This national security one, you know. Him have all road for him. Them have name and road after him to rotted. And the worst place in Jamaica right now with criminal activities and scamming is in a female area. How is that possible? And nobody is saying, the Prime Minister now draft him up, because when them talk like say everything is going okay, do. Everything is going okay. You know, see, we're getting there, getting where? And you don't tell the people them say, if you get down the crime for 800, you'll be saying that you have done a good job. What manner of man are you? 800 murder and we're not there in a civil war. We're not there in a civil war and you talk about 800 murders. If you get it down to 800 murder, you're alright. That is not alright. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. There's something that these politicians is deficient. I don't know, them need some vitamin, something. They need some vitamin, Rasta. Because it's not working out. And then we go here to the Governor General. I get $36 million retroactive for pay. For do what? What? And Sweet Mount Nigeria say he might try get people, he might attract people with the money. It's like he might set the money as a bait to get sensible people to come turn politician. Calm drunk but calm no fool. Calm drunk but calm no fool. So we know when them young people are going to get for coming to politics, when most of them people are now retire. Until them all reach 80 a day old. Some of them can't even walk good and see good. When these young people them are talk about are going to get for come into the electoral thing. When? And them are put some veil over the people them eye. That is what them doing. There's a veil over the people them eye. And the people them is blinded by it. To the point where them just make them lead them. In the kingdom of the blind. In the kingdom of the blind. The one-eyed man is king. Accountability. And that the people them want. Accountability. When road are fixed, they must say the road fixed properly. This is the cutting edge. And
The Black Radar YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and keep listening.
No. We talk about Parliament, this and Parliament that a while ago. Last week, something come up in a Parliament where I find it very interesting and very strange too. One of the parliamentarians them get up and was addressing an argument, and the person say, him say, somebody was pussyfooting. Yes, them was pussyfooting. And the Speaker of the House get up and say, look here, language like that is not permitted in the House. Language like that is not permitted in the House. Now, the Parliament is an English Parliament, a British Parliament. The word pussyfooting is an English term that is used when I never go on a big, I go Kingston Technical and then that is it. But given the experience where I know when somebody say pussyfooting, them really mean say, you go around corner. You know, you now come to the point. You're going like you're smart. So you have to come to the point. Now the minister, I mean the House representative say language like that is not allowed in Parliament. What the hell is she talking about? What is wrong with that? Is why people are sometimes say certain things and feel guilty when them feel them go to hell. Why is an English terminology it's not supposed to be used in an English space? And then she have the audacity to say the Parliament is the highest court in the country. people, the Parliament is not no highest court in no country. That is rubbish. Rubbish. The Parliament is not the highest court in the land. It's foolishness. And I am not know this, I know that. But given where I learn and come understand, I know that. Yeah, all right, we still come to that, but you know, the idea of pussyfooting is an English term. People use that. You mean, because you say pussyfooting now, you can't use it outside of the court, but you can't use it inside at the Parliament. So yeah, you soon started to say, you can't say cockburn pen, or you can't say cockpit country. So you're going out to say, where the cockpit country? I say, no, we can't use those terminologies in there, in that. What is wrong with these people? You mean everything now become a problem in our system that is governed by a system where make people feel say them is less than who them is. And we come and follow them and follow them and follow. When the Englishman say pussyfooting, it's no problem. It's no problem. And I know some people, you know, I open up them John and I say, yeah, muta on the radio. Watch a man. Saying pussyfooting is a normal language. You're not going to go to prison. You're not going to be charged for saying it. You can't look at a policeman and say, policeman, just do what you do quick, no man, or you pussyfoot, so. You know, see, him can't come to this boy, I'm going to arrest you. Arrest what? It's not one of those words that is deemed to be a bad word, because the English say it is not a bad word. It work in England. So if it not, how come it can't work in the Parliament, which is England? When you're there in a Parliament in England, you're there, you know, without visa. Because them have the mates in there represent the throne. We really must stop it. We must stop it, man. And she supposed to know better than that. And our friend, them should have tell her, say she wrong. When she said that in a Parliament, she wrong. I mean, well know, say, me talking about this now, maybe some people in the area are fret now. We don't have to fret. We don't have to fret. Nobody can write a letter say, and this day after that at 4:20, Mutabaruka say pussyfooting on the radio. It's joke business. Or it's joke business. It is a normal, legal word that is used in the English language. And if you don't looking at your dictionary, it's in the British dictionary. It's in the dictionary. That word is in the dictionary. And if you don't, if you want to know the meaning of it, Google pussyfooting. And you will see say it's a legitimate word. It's a legitimate word. It's like somebody a go around and a go around and be like I say, wait. What you do? Just come straight. Come straight. So I just put it to you now. I wonder if somebody go in there and start to say, where you come from? Say cockburn pen. She go say, no, we can't use those words in Parliament. You can't say cock and burn. That is too negative right away. So I can't do them and say, cockpit. Something to think about. Somebody from the Broadcasting Commission said she should apologize. Somebody from the Broadcasting Commission said she should apologize. Okay, all right. So we want to remind you that tomorrow is Malcolm X's birthday. A whole lot of you might not even know who is Malcolm X, but it's very important that you know these people. That African American who turned over a whole heap of things in America before he was assassinated. Malcolm X, remember that name. And the 25th of May is known as African Day, African Liberation Day, them call it. This thing you must remember. You can't just go and remember Valentine's Day. I remember all the other day them, except the days them that is meaningful to African people. Malcolm X lived in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and he was joining the Nation of Islam. And he was like a thorn in the American justice system and the system in general. He went to jail. As a matter of fact, them call him Reds, him named Malcolm Little, and them call him Reds because he was a red boy. You know, like one of them Jamaican people that say, well, you're a brown skinned man, but him did red. Him go to prison and spend some time, and he's in a prison. Him get the books them and the people them in there who was from the Nation of Islam. And him get converted to the Nation of Islam and become one of the biggest advocate of the Nation of Islam till him get sidestepped with the leader Elijah Muhammad. But he must talk because he did say when Kennedy dead, him say the fowlers come home to roost. And a fowl him say still, but him say them come home to roost. And it was like a slap in the face for America. For a man say that about Robert Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, not Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. It was a slap in the face and them wanted him out. But Elijah Muhammad kind of eased him off.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.